All right, guys, welcome back to Red Top Report. We just got some breaking news, so we're going to be doing a special episode on that. But don't worry, we're not going to cancel our Tuesday episode. We're actually still going to be airing that. This is just an extra, so enjoy. Let's get this started. All right, so apparently there's this crazy news coming out of the UK right now. They actually banned a poster from pop singer Demi Lovato, also famous Disney star. I mean, we know there's so much to talk about regarding Demi Lovato. Now, Ronan, you actually have like the headline up for me to look at, right?
Yeah, let's check this out, dude.
Yeah. So this is the headline that they actually released. It's just completely insane. Demi Lovato's offensive to Christians album posters banned. Shows it's not a they I don't know why they write crucifix. It's not a crucifix. We'll put up the image in a little bit. But and bondage. It's extremely blasphemous, extremely inappropriate. So we're gonna want to throw that up for them to look at.
Yeah, I'll throw it up.
Yeah, so we have Demi Lovato clearly like wearing like the BDSM sexual, sadomasochistic bondage stuff while she's laying on a pillow and a bed, actually. It's like a bed that's shaped like a cross, and
so it's
looks
pretty nasty mattress.
Just absolutely disgusting. Yeah, it's like a crack house mattress, kind of just kind of gross. Ugh.
Peanut butter and crap.
Yeah, that's nasty, dude.
And it looks like it's like got this red background. It's like hellish looking, and she's wearing red, and then obviously the title of the album is Holy F. Now, what's extremely interesting about this episode or this album, guys, is that it has this symbolism in it, because the title is Holy F, but instead of F-U-C-K, it's F-V-C-K. Now, this tells me that this isn't just a simple jab at all Christians. It's specifically a jab at Catholics, because the V is actually symbolic of a U in Latin. So the letter U didn't come until later on. So we have the V, which is like mocking the Latin. So we all know that the Western rite of the Catholic Church is called the Latin Rite. It's the Latin, ecclesial Latin is the basis of almost all church teaching. It's essentially not only blaspheming our Lord on the cross, but also blaspheming the language of the church. And this is common in Hollywood. I mean, this is obviously an attempt for her to draw attention to herself. She's been very good at that throughout her entire career. There was that time where she had to go to like rehab because she was on like meth, cocaine, and heroin all at the same time. It was this crazy story. And then later on, she decided to tell everybody,
I'm non-binary.
And then like a month or two later, she's like, you know what? I've decided I'm going to go back to he, or I'm going to go back to she, her pronouns. I'm like, okay. Like, you're obviously just looking for attention. This is not anything serious. Now, this does highlight kind of a deeper problem, though. And I think you'll agree with me on this, Ronan, that all these kids that grow up in Hollywood kind of grow up in their own, like religion almost. Hollywood's its own religion. You'll start out in Hollywood, getting all this attention, people saying how great you are, and then telling you how to be, doing this, that, and the other. And then when you're younger, and especially young girls, when they start to come of age, what they'll do is they'll go out there and they'll be like,
we kind of want you to look sexier and have your character mature more and do this, that, and the other.
So they'll put them in these, revealing outfits. They'll demean them, sexually to make them look like loose women or whores, anything along those lines. And that really harms their mental state. So, these women in Hollywood are demeaned. They're used as objects, and they can only draw their worth from the amount of attention they bring in, because that's how they get their paydays. That's how they get their paychecks. So it's like really dangerous, actually. It's actually really dangerous for any child to be in that Hollywood system, especially because it's not undergirded by any predominant form of Christian morality. whatsoever. You know, there's so many stories out there from these actresses. One of the good examples is Jeanette McCurdy, who was on Nickelodeon's iCarly. She started speaking out about how Dan Schneider, one of the creator, I think he just was the creator of the show. Don't quote me on that, but I think he was the creator of the show. He would like, you know, try to get her drunk. He'd try to take pictures of her in like, you know, swimsuits and stuff like that, if I remember correctly. And this is just kind of how Hollywood is. It's just filled with these older, you know, pervy men that especially in like the child star section that just damage these women and just completely destroy them. So by the time they're going out into public, you know, they want to shout their abortion, they want to go non-binary, they want to, you know, turn their sons into daughters and their daughters into sons and create this disgusting hedonistic mess, because that's where they draw their worth from, not from God, not from faith, not from the church, not from anything. The only thing that they draw their worth from is how many eyes they can get on them. And it's extremely selfish. And that's why I encourage everybody to do more research on that. We have a mic'd up episode on Church Militant, actually, called "The Devil in Hollywood," that really does go into, you know, a lot of the bad parts of Hollywood and why it's actually a predatory industry. Specifically, when it comes to child stars, it's preying on children in many ways. Almost none of these child stars have grown up to be upstanding, moral adults. And if they have, there was some sort of reversion later on in life where they had to abandon and relearn how to be moral because they never learned how to do it themselves. Oh, Ronan, it's disgusting. Hollywood is disgusting. You know, if there's anything that we can do to, you know, retake Hollywood, you know, make the entertaining stuff Catholic, make it moral, make it conservative again, that would be an ideal situation. And honestly, like, we'll make this. Why don't we make this a short episode? Well, you know, there's really not much else to say about that. Demi Lovato, you're looking for attention. Stop blaspheming our Lord and convert to Catholicism. It's the only hope for your soul. You've been damaged your whole life. So abandon the predatory industry that made you into the monster that you are and come back to the church. Come back to the church. Sit in the pews. Pray a rosary. Do all of that. That's what you need. Because right now, you have been completely encompassed by the demonic industry that created the character that you've become today. And I think with that said, I think we're going to wrap this one up. But before we do that, I want to just give everybody a quick reminder. We are now on buymeacoffee.com. So we really want you to come over there. We want you to donate to us. We want you to become supporters of this so we can keep doing this show, making it great. And also, don't forget to go on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, go on Instagram, hit the follow button, go on Twitter, hit the follow button there as well, so we can keep growing the platform. And with that said, guys, you have a great time. You have a great weekend, and God bless you.